sorry, because I know you want to hear it through text. Okay, so today we're going to be finding the mean, median, and mode for a set of data. By your raise of hands, how many of you guys have heard those words before? Anyone? A couple of you? Okay. So we're going to go over all of them, and it is a little bit hard. It is a little bit hard because they all start with M, but we're going to do the very best we can. Today there will be random times when I just yell out median, and you're going to tell me another word for median, or mode, and you're going to tell me another word for mode. Okay, so in our math journals, that's where we're going to start, is we are going to, we're going to start with some vocabulary. So I have the word mean, median, and mode. So the mean, another word for mean that I need you guys to know is average, okay? So for example, if after school I'm hanging out with Kylie and with Caden, and then Mrs. Fox is the odd person out because I don't have a K in my name. So I'm hanging out with Kylie and Caden. And Kylie's mom sent Kylie with a cookie to eat after school, lucky girl. And Caden's mom sent Caden with 2 cookies to eat after school. And Mrs. Fox's mom sent me with 0 cookies because my mom lives in Idaho. Okay? And so the way that we're going to think of mean, it's average. It's sharing. Don't be mean, share. And so if I'm really sad because I don't have a cookie, and we're going to take the mean, Caden is going to share one of his cookies with me because he's a really nice guy like that, right, Caden?
Yeah.
Right. And so now all of us have how many cookies?
1.
1. Yeah, so we just found the mean, the average. There were 3 cookies. We found the average. It's 1 cookie. Okay? 3 people, 3 cookies. That mean is 1, the average. So the way we're going to remember mean is don't be mean, share. Find the average. Another word for mean is what?
Average.
It's what?
Average.
Perfect. Okay, so then I have this word right here, median. Okay? The way we're going to remember the median is the middle. Okay? And I have to back up, I apologize. So when we find the mean, it's an average. The way we do it is we add all of the numbers up and then divide by the total pieces of data. With the median, it's the middle. You need to find the middle number, and you are going to write from least to greatest. That matters. So the median is the number in the middle. Okay? Raise your hand if you've ever gone to a fast food restaurant and saw cups for your size options. You can order a small, a medium, or a large, right? So median sounds a lot like medium, and it's the middle cup. Does that make sense? It's not the biggest, it's not the smallest, it's the middle. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so another word for median is what?
Middle.
It's what?
Middle.
Mean.
Average.
Median?
Middle.
Mean.
Average.
Okay, good. I just want you guys to know. And then finally we have mode. And mode sounds like most. Okay? Mode is the most. And it's what number appears the most out of your set of data. So really quick, I'm going to say a word, and you are going to tell me another word for it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mode.
Most.
Mean.
Average.
Median.
Middle.
Mode.
Most.
Mode.
Most.
Mean.
Average.
I know, it's hard to think of, okay? So just be aware of them. I need you guys to know what they are, okay? Japheth, what do you need? Stack of papers. You right there, dude. Okay. So mean, median, mode. So today you are going to be working with some given data, and you're going to be asked to find the mean, median, and mode. And it's not hard. I'm going to show you how you do it, and it's not hard. Okay. There are 2 steps. Step 1, you're going to take the data and put it in a dot plot. This is your work. Okay. It's not just something to fill some time with. I promise you, it will help you. Okay. So you're going to do a dot plot, then you're going to find the mean, median, and mode. So just like what we did, now I have lots of people up by my desk. Hi, what do you need?
I think I forgot my highlighter up here.
Okay, good luck finding it. So just like on our last assignment, we're going to use dice. It's going to be up to fate to know the numbers we're going to work with. Okay, so I have a 2 and a 6 and a 1. Go ahead and fill these in as well. A 3, whoops, 4, 4 again. What's that number?
5.
Good job. What's that number?
4.
Beautiful. Number?
1.
Okay, we have 3 more. What's this?
5.
Next one?
4.
And last one.
1.
Awesome. Okay. So here are our pieces of data. How many pieces of data are we working with today?
1, 2, 3, 4.
12. 12. I have 12 pieces of data here. So we're going to write 12 pieces of data because that is going to be used. Okay, so step 1, I'm going to make a dot plot. Okay, so I'm going to make my lines. Do you remember how to make a dot plot all the way from last week? I'm going to list my numbers at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then finally 6. Okay, and this is my way of making sure that I don't leave out any pieces of data. I am just going to work my way from right to left and then from the top to the bottom. So my first number up here is what?
2.
What is it?
2.
2. Then my next number is what?
6.
Good. And then 1, then 3, then 4, and 4 again, and 5, and 4 again, then 1, then 5, then 4 again, and then 1 more. Okay? So at this point, I would just want to make sure that I am using every piece of data. So I'm just going to count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 dots and I have 12 pieces of data. So I am ready to continue. Okay? So when I am finding this, when I'm trying to work this, there are multiple ways that you can find the mean. When I say add them up and then divide by the total number of pieces of data. So the way that I'm going to do this, because it is going to set me up for my next step, is I am just going to write them in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6. You have 20 seconds to come up with the answer for this addition problem with your partner. Talk about it with your partner.
Okay. So 6, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I got 40.
Once you have the answer, touch your nose. Whisper the answer into your hand. Throw it out on 3. 1, 2, 3. 40. 40. Perfectly 40? Yes. Good job, guys. Hey, so the way that you can do it, it is a little bit hard to be like, okay, 1 plus 1 was 2, then plus 1 is 3, then plus 2 is 5, okay? So the way that I would do it is I would look at what numbers I can combine to like add them together to get my new total, okay? So at this point, I added them all up. I'm going to go back to my pink paper. What does it say to do? Add them all up and then what? Divide by the total. How many pieces of data am I working with? 12. So I'm going to do 40 divided by 12. Okay? Today when you are working on this assignment, the chances of you coming out with a whole number every single time, it's pretty slim. And when you're working with your data book, the chances of you coming out with a whole number, pretty slim. So we're going to put a decimal in there after our whole number, bring it straight up, and we're ready to solve. 12 can go into 4 how many times? 3. 0. 0. 12 can go into 40. 3. Good. 3 times 12?
36.
36. 40 minus 36?
4.
4. This is going to be the easiest one we've done all day. It's smaller, bring down a 0. Oh my gosh, it's deja vu. 12 can go into 40 how many times? 3. 3 times 12?
12. 36.
36. 40 minus 36?
4.
down by 0. Okay. We're gonna write ourselves a note really fast because while we could continue to do this forever, in this case it was 3.3 repeating. We're gonna write ourselves a note. Okay. We're gonna say, dear self. Please go out 2 decimal places. Love me. Okay. For this assignment, I am just asking that you guys go out 2 decimal places. I'm just asking you guys go out 2 decimal places because there are some problems that go on forever. Okay. So let's go ahead and write down our mean, median.
Ms. Fox, do you have Evie Jelly?
I don't. I think she's in Hewitt's class right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so we're going to fill it in. So our mean is 3.3 repeating. So I understand that, like we were looking at the number of pets at a house. You can't have 3.3 pets. That's like, oh, I have 2 dogs and then like a cat that lost its tail. Okay, so it's not, you can't have 0.3 of a pet. However, like for your data book and for this data, like there's a difference between 3 and 3.3. 3.3 means it's a little bit more than 3, but not quite as much as 4. Okay, so for your assignment today, you need to go out at least 2 decimal places, unless it solves out in 1 or 0 decimal places. Okay. Now it's time for the median. The median is super easy. So we're going to look at this data right here, and then we're going to write median nice and big. Okay. And the way that we find the median, just a reminder, is we want to go from least to greatest. We already have our numbers ordered from least to greatest. We're going to go from least to greatest, and then we're going to find the middle number. Okay. So the way that we do that is I'm going to take 1 off the top, and then take 1 off the bottom, and then take 1 off the top, and then 1 off the bottom. I'm going to take 1 off the top, then 1 off the bottom, 1 off the top, 1 off the bottom, 1 off the top, 1 off the bottom, until I am left with my very middle number. Now, in this case, I have 12 pieces of data. 12 is an even number. Oh my gosh. I have 12 pieces of data, and 12 is an even number. And so when you have an even number, you're going to come up with 2 pieces of data right here in the middle. So we want to know, what is the middle, what number is the very middle of 4 and 4? Well, when you have 2 4s, you can either pick 4 or you can pick 4. So what do you want to pick? 4. Okay, good choice. So our median is 4. Okay. I want to include a separate example down at the bottom for medians. Okay. So here are your 3 examples. Okay. Here's the one that you just saw where you have an even amount where it's 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, and then we'll say 5. Okay, and then where you take 1 off of each end and then you're left with the 2 4s. When it's the same number, you're going to keep, obviously you're going to keep the same number. That makes sense, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Then there will be a time, this is the first example, here's my second example. Then there will be a time when you have 2 numbers like 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, and you cross them off. And then, oh no, look, you have a 3 and a 4. What number is between 3 and 4?
3.5.
What is it?
3.5.
3.5, yep. 3.5. So you're going to take the number that lies in the middle. And then your last option, which is my favorite one, is when you have an odd number of pieces of data, like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. And you take 1 off of each end, and you're left with just 1 number. If you are left with just 1 number, what is your median?
4 number.
Just the 1 number. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And finally, there's the mode, and the mode is super hard. Mode means what?
Most.
Most. I'm going to look at my